Hi. Yes, I am still in the same clothes. I have literally just started filming this straight after filming my glute and hamstring workout explanation video. So this is now a quad focused workout because I got quite a lot of requests to do a quad focused workout. I'm not going to bore you again with the whole I've had the flu, I've had tonsillitis, because I explained all that in my last video and I'm pretty sure that'll go up before this one, so you know, it's pretty redundant. There's not really any point. There is not a single lower body workout in the week when I don't do some form of hip thrust, but people wanted a quad focused workout, so this is hip thrust free, which breaks my heart. But, you know, if it gives someone inspiration for a quad focused leg day, then that's completely fine. The first exercise is barbell back squats. As with most of my workout videos now, I'm sure you've seen a pattern, which is I start all my workouts with the heavy compound movements. Sorry if the angle has just changed, my memory card just ran out of space, so I've just had to go through and delete some stuff. So yeah, typically your compound list of what you are going to want to be progressively overloading on, adding more weight, adding more reps, adding more sets. So you want to do these first in your training session because, I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's when you've got the most energy and you're more likely to be able to progressively overload on these movements week by week, fortnight by fortnight, month by month, as long as you're progressing. So yeah, it's barbell back squats and it's 4 sets of 5 to 8 reps. So how I will typically do this is I'll start off with a weight where I can do 8 reps but it's challenging, and then as I get to my 4th set I will be using a heavier weight for 5 reps, still with good form but obviously significantly heavier, and I can't do 8 reps with that weight, if that makes sense. With each set you want to be increasing the weight and decreasing the reps within that 5 to 8 range. I mean, it's not a magic range. You can mess around with the rep ranges with all the workouts that I post. These are just recommended and what I do in my workouts, but again, the weights that I'm using in this video are not my working weights. These are just filmed for demonstration purposes only, so use a weight that is challenging for you but you can still do the correct form, because you don't want the backache that comes with poor form on squats or deadlifts. They're like the 2 worst to have bad form on. I feel like it's getting a lot darker. Yikes. So yeah, with the barbell back squats, same as deadlifts and stuff like that, you want to keep your spine neutral. As it is a quad focus workout, you do not need to be doing like, they're not a sumo stance squat, they are literally just a regular degular squat. You want to keep a neutral spine, make sure that your knees are not caving inwards, which can be a thing that happens when you are going heavier, but if you want in good form, make sure that your knees are not buckling inwards and like giving way. And depth wise, everyone will be different because it depends on your flexibility and stuff like that, range of motion, just the way that your body is set up. Everyone is different with stuff like this, but ideally parallel or below. That is the ideal range of motion with squats, but everyone is going to be different, so it's a very individual thing. So moving on to Bulgarian split squats, 4 sets of 8 on each leg. I have filmed split squats before, but they were slightly different. So when I'm doing them glute focused, I like to come down at kind of like a diagonal angle with my body. If you've watched my last glute workout video, then you'll know what I mean. I come down at a slight diagonal body and I tend to lean forward a little bit more. When I'm doing them and I want them to be quad focused, I tend to take a narrower stance so I don't move so far away from the bench. I'm coming down into the depth of the split squat. I'm not leaning forward, I'm trying to keep my body upright, and I just find that I feel that a lot more in my quads, whereas if I'm leaning a bit more forward, I tend to feel it in my glutes a bit. As this is a quad focused workout, that would be my recommendation, to keep a more narrow stance, not as far away from the bench, and just making sure that you are keeping a more upright rather than diagonal, because you'll feel it a lot more in your quads. With stuff like this and where you feel different exercises, everyone seems to be different, so do like play around with stance and stuff to see what works for you. but that's just for me personally. That would be my recommendation. So next is the leg press, and it's 5 sets of 8 to 10 reps on here. So the stance wise on this, again, I find that everyone's a little bit different. A lot of people say that if you do like a sumo stance on the leg press and you, so wider stance with like your toes pointing outwards, that you really feel that in your glutes. I tend to feel it more in my glutes if I have a narrower stance. If anyone else finds that, then let me know, because it always confuses me when people do like the really high and wide stance, because I just do not feel that in my glutes at all. I feel it a lot more if I just take more of a neutral stance. So I think I filmed a neutral stance on the leg press because I forgot that I was not trying to feel it in my glutes. But what I recommend when I am doing more of a quad focus is I tend to just take a really narrow stance, so my feet are pretty much next to each other. I find that the leg press is something that you can really load up quite a bit of weight on. Like, you'll be surprised how much weight you can lift on the leg press. A couple things just to make sure are that when you are pushing the weight, your knees are not like, again, like with squats, your knees are not caving inwards, your knees are staying strong and sturdy and they're not like caving inwards and stuff. Make sure that the bottom of your back is not like rising off the seat of the leg press when you get into the bottom of it. I used to do that and I used to get really bad backache, so make sure that your hips are pushed and your bum is pushed properly into the seat and you're not like curving the very bottom of your back, because I used to do that, especially when you're trying to use a heavy weight on the leg press. It was quite painful. So yeah, that's just the narrow stance on a leg press, 5 sets of 8 to 10 reps. Whatever is challenging for you weight wise, as with everything. Goblet squats, 3 sets of 12. So these are done with a dumbbell and you are holding the dumbbell, cradling it in your arms like this. Neutral stance with your legs, neutral squat stance, the same as with the barbell back squats. You just want to squat down, keep your spine neutral, come back up. The form and stuff for that is pretty much the same as a barbell back squat, it's just a different way of holding the weight, and I find that I can go a little bit lower into my goblet squats than I can with a barbell back squat. Don't know if anyone else finds that, but that's personally what I find. Again, the weights I'm using, these are not my working weights. Goblet squats are another one where I think you can probably push yourself a little bit more than you think you'd be able to when it comes to the weight, as long as you can pick it up. As long as you can pick it up sensibly, you can probably use a bit more weight than you would maybe think that you would be able to. So yeah, 3 sets of 12 on those, and I find that they just burn. Like, burn my quads, especially after I've already done back squats, split squats, and then the leg press. Goblet squats is just like, I can't really feel my legs. And then the final exercise in this little quad focused workout is the leg extension. So what I do, again, I did not film this, just like I did not film the hamstring curl in my last video, because it's just so bloody awkward to film. I promise that I will actually start filming every single exercise when I've got someone else to do it for me, because it's a lot easier, but as it stands, there was just no way that I was going to be able to film the leg extension with having you see what the hell I'm actually doing. So with the leg extension, again, it's like the hamstring curl machine. It's typically pin loaded and it typically has instructions on it. So if you have not used a leg extension before, it comes with instructions. Read them, use them, utilize them. So yeah, it's 3 sets of 15 on the leg extension. So you really want to make sure that you are squeezing your quads at the top and not just, you know, flicking the weight up and down. Really make sure that you are properly squeezing when you get to the top. The leg extension just burns my quads like nothing else. Nothing else burns my quads like the leg extension. So yeah, I do 3 sets of 15, and then on the final set, I do a drop set. So let's say, for example, I'm using 39 kg for 15 reps. I will then drop it down to, what's the next one? I think it's 32 kg on my leg extension. Everyone's will be different. Drop it down to 32 kg, do another 10 reps, drop it down to 25 kg, do another 10 reps, and I basically just work my way back down until failure, until I literally cannot. extend my legs anymore. So yeah, that is the full quad focused leg day workout. Like I said, I don't tend to do any workout without hip thrusts. So when I was thinking of this, I was like, there's no hip thrusts, but people wanted quad focused, so that's what it is. Hope you found this video helpful. If you enjoyed it, then give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow me on Instagram. I kind of want to start posting some workouts on Instagram. If people would want to see them, let me know, and it's definitely something that I might start doing. Honestly quite helpful. Like, I'm currently doing my personal training qualification, and it's honestly quite helpful to have to sit down and film like explanations and stuff, because it's just, I mean, it's what I'm having to do for my qualification, so it is actually super helpful. If people do want to see Instagram workouts, then follow me on Instagram and let me know, comment down below or whatever. If you do give if you do give the workout a go, then let me know how it goes. But yeah, any specific workouts or specific videos that people want to see, let me know. Alpha Elite have a new launch on the 9th of November, and they've got brand new leggings again. They just keep bringing new stuff out, and I just love it. I honestly just love it. So I'm gonna get some stuff, and I will be doing a haul, try on, review, honest as always video of that sort of stuff. I also just want to say really quickly, when I looked over this footage of the workout, I was umming and ahhing about whether I was actually going to post this or not, because you can see like cellulite and stuff on the back of my legs, but literally everyone's got cellulite. Like, even really lean people have cellulite, so I'm just gonna post it anyway. It doesn't matter, like, everyone has it, and I just need to get over it. But yeah, let me know if there's any specific videos that people do want to see, and hopefully I will be able to get some fucking better angles, because I should be having someone to film my workouts for me. I'm gonna do a back workout, I am gonna do a shoulder workout, they are coming, but with upper body stuff I am gonna have to get someone to film it for me, because otherwise it's gonna be a very dodgy angle and you're not gonna be able to see what I'm doing. Thank you for watching, and bye.